Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Backpacktrader Training Room for Monday, May the 2nd, 2022. As I mentioned in the room Thursday, Troy is tied up today, so I am substituting today. Good morning, Miles. Please do say hello. That's the only way I know who's in the room. And if you're getting benefit from these sessions, please hit the like button. It does help Troy's channel. All right, we got a little less than 4 minutes to go. We've got a get in sync or a get in sync possibility on the YM. Crude has already completed. We had this yellow short set up at 1 second after our start time, 9 o'clock. And plenty of time to get an order in, 7 to 8 seconds. So plenty of time to get into that. Target 1 of 11 ticks. And target 1 and money management. The target money management was at 10 ticks. So getting targets 1 and 2 for 11 and 18 ticks for a one and done session on the full crude contract. Unleaded have a long at 35 seconds after our start time, 17-second bar, so should have had time to get into that. That trade picks up a 95 tick target 2 and trails up for even a little bit more than that, all the way up to $6.99, $3.36.99. Thank you for the sound check, Miles. Good morning, Johnny. All right, markets are still a couple of minutes from open, and we have pushed through money management, so that trade is off the table, and we will be waiting for a new setup. Take a quick look at micro crude, see if that did the same thing, which I believe it did. Actually, the short was too early on the micro. Then you pick up the long at 48, and you've got 7 seconds for the total length of the bar. You got a wick down here, so probably a good chance. I was able to get into that trade this morning. And that hits targets 1, 2, and 3. Actually, all 4 targets, and trailing up just above target 1. So, and the markets are open. The Russell starting off with a quick trade a couple of seconds after. And that one, I believe, went too far too fast. That would have been a little too fast to trade. Soybeans short at 68 even. Looking for target at 65.75. And a long trade on the YM. This is the diamond level trade off the 20 SMA at 994. Soybeans, target 1 and 2. And a short now on the YM. That hit target 1 already. Small trade, 20 ticks, might go for target 2. I don't know. With target 1 sitting right there above the 200, I think I would stick with target 1 on that trade. 20 ticks on target and about 4 ticks, it looks like, on the trailer. Entry was at 972, and we go out at 976 or 971. No, not 968. Yeah, so we got 4 ticks on the trailer, 1 and done on the YM, assuming you didn't get triggered into the SMA long, and that went quickly enough. I doubt. Yeah, it was just 6 seconds to up and downs. Probably not tradable. But if you need another trade to get positive, you got a quick break even on the short SMA trade and looking for the next trade. And the Russell giving us a full stop out on long, and the short just touched the entry, not time to get in that. The YM going long again. And the Russell short working to get to money management, minimum of 14 ticks for the break-even stop. And it did. It's buried in that bar, so break-even stop out on the short. Full stop out on the YM short. And soybeans blowing through the session low, getting all 3 targets, 9, 14, and 20, 43 ticks on the fixed targets, and we're now at 62.25 for the stop. And unfortunately, Micro Russell on Catapult hitting session lows, but unfortunately just took us out at break even before going down. Let's see what the NQ looks like, or the micro NQ. There we go. And at 34, we're already in this short, so we're looking for a first trade coming up, and there it is. The long, that was too fast to get into. There's a long that's possible, probably too fast, and a short, that one maybe you got in. I'm not trying to place the trades on that one, unfortunately. And the long that's definitely maybe got you in. Just 4 seconds down there, so no, that was too fast. Now the short, and did it come back? And a little bit of noise, but I think those are Those were too fast. Now, then this short, 59, 59, 60. That one went away too fast. Untradable. And the YM setting a new session low and hitting target one on this blue short trade. That's off of the simple moving average, 20 simple moving average. Good morning, Pamela, and good morning, Maria. And the pound Aussie hasn't done anything for us this morning. No trades yet. 58.50 for the soybean stop, still trailing. And the YM coming through target 2, 32 on target 1. And the stop at 766. Mind you, you're only in that short if you were able to execute the initial trade that I think was probably too fast. But if you were able to get into that trade, then you were in this trade as well. And that is probably not quite enough to get you positive. How much were those two stop outs? That one was just 21 to 42 on that one. This one was 35.70, so you're 112 down. And you picked up this short, which gave you 20. So you're 92 and 4. Okay, you're down 88. And then you pick up two more. Well, actually, it looks like you lose a couple. The entry's at 49, and so the stop's going to be at 51, so you lose 4 there, and we're back to 92. So we picked up 32 on target, and our entry was 799 to stop out at 761. That's another 38. 70 total on that one. So we're still down 12. And now we have a long trade and that gives us a target 1 30 tick winner, and that puts us positive. Would put you positive if you got picked up the first trade. So it's going to be a POQ session and stopping out, and that ends the YM session. And the YM was positive. Both crude, full crude and micro crude were one and done. Unleaded gas was one and done. So good morning so far. And soybeans still trailing 55 even. I kind of lost track of the. Yeah, we said that one was too fast. And the long was definitely too fast. The short had plenty because he had a wick back up out here 3 bars in. So definitely into this one. Target 2, if you're using that as a primary target, and trailing almost down to target 1. Okay, that is a probably hit stop and then came to the entry since we closed 1 tick beyond the entry. So I would say that's the long is valid. Money management target 3. It's not tracking because it hit the entry and the stop on the same bar. But that looks to me like it would be a valid trade. Hit the stop first and then came to the entry. Just based on the construction of the bar. And it looks like would have come off. Yeah, that's going to be 81.50. So 81 even on the trailer. So almost a target 3 on the trail. Actually, a little bit better than target 3 on the trail. 81 even. So another a nice winner there. And we pick up long. 35, 2 seconds. Still just 2, 4. Still 4. No, that one went too far. Too far, too fast. Okay, plenty of time to get into this short. And that picks up gets to money management and gets you a break even. Then we come to the long at 9:40 or 8:41:02 exchange time. And we hit money management. Actually, we don't hit money management. We get well on our way in our 4 seconds and not coming back to entry. So that one's not tradable, unfortunately. There is time with this second bar having the wick down here. Should have time to get into that long. Money management, target 3. Targets 2, 3, and 4. And a nice trailer up almost to target 4. Didn't quite, yes, we did. We hit the 156 tick fixed target. Looks like maybe traded through it by 1 tick. And I would step aside after that. That's 3 solid wins. And I think I would be done this morning with that. I don't know off the top of my head, Don. Depends on for one thing, it depends on your broker. It's probably most brokers. It's for day trade. It's probably between $500 to $1,000 a contract. But primarily, your limiting factor will likely be your 2% for most people. 2% of your account. Don asking what the margin requirement for soybeans is. That's one I don't trade normally. So, oh wow, YM went through 4 targets and big trail up, and that was the one that got us positive, and got us big positive. Okay, trade station, Michael, thank you. Which broker are you on NinjaTrader? Are you on Phillip Capital or Dorman? That's interesting. I'm surprised that Interactive Brokers is lower than TradeStation for the margin requirement. TradeStation's margin requirements have gotten considerably higher of late since they lowered their commissions. Yeah, 5,000. That's around where Interactive Brokers is at 63.05. But as Michael mentioned, at least one of the brokers that NinjaTrader introduces to is at 1,500, which is kind of what I would expect at a number of the futures brokers. Okay, soybeans finally did stop out on the long, or on the short rather, at 54.25 from an entry at 68. So that is 13.75 points on the trailer. So that's 662.50, 12.50 a tick. Plus, we said 43, another 10 points. So that's another 500. 10 and 3/4 points, so another 537.50. So 1,150. No, $1,200 trade. So outstanding trade on soybeans this morning. So soybeans is one and done. YM, depending how you traded it, was one and done or about four and done, but both were quite profitable. Let's go back to, I haven't looked at heating oil, and I haven't looked at unleaded on Catapult. Unleaded on Catapult is an 8:45 start. Exchange time is Eastern time on the energies. They're traded out of New York. So it looks like our first trade is right there. And that one picks up 58 to, it's just 5 seconds to back down below. So unlikely you're able to trade that. So that we'll assume that was avoided. Let's go back. And I don't remember. We were right around. Yeah, I said we got into that trade, picked that one up. Here's another case where the short hit the stop first and then came to the entry, in all likelihood. So that would be target 3, target 4, and trailing the 10 EMA. And the stop is going to be based on this bar at 53.9, so 54.1. Looks like right at target 4. Solid winner there. Plenty of time to get an order in on the short, and unfortunately that one just ticks you out on the long before it takes off. this one looks like it may, no 3 seconds, 6 seconds. You each had 3 seconds on each of those two bars. Another 4 on that one. And that one hits money management. So I would say that one likely was too fast to trade. Another nice winner. Oh, wow. There again, I suspect that one wasn't tradable before it went to the stop. Then your short is a break even, but I think it did the same thing. 44. Well, no, 7 seconds on that one to 1 tick beyond the entry. So that's a winner, but it's only didn't quite make target 3, so that's a break even. This looks like this is the bar that actually triggers money management. So that trade it didn't go its 14 ticks, so that trade is valid. And you should have gotten in sync there, and then it comes up. Hits money management and stops out for break even, almost to target 3. And just a 2 bar short. 7 seconds again on the short bar, so that's unfortunately that one's probably a full stop out. No seconds, no seconds. 14 seconds on that third bar, giving you very likely it came back to the entry. But that you'd have to break down the bar or be watching it to see. Solid win, target 3, and a little better than target 1 on the trail. And that should be enough trades to be through your session there. So heating oil starting at 9:30. So you have to go a couple of ticks beyond target 1 for money management. And unfortunately, well, let's see. It looks like it did. It just barely touched your money management, and that's even if tradable, that's just a break even. Long did trigger another break even short. Third break even short. And finally the long gets targets. Okay, yeah, plenty. Most like 8 seconds for the bar, so high likelihood you're in that trade. And it looks like it just barely. No, it's still trailing up there. So that turns into a very nice trade. all the way up to the active long stop at $4.29. So 0029 and 0028 then is the short entry. Three break evens and then that solid trade, I might be inclined to step aside. And there's another short break even on the short side before making a major move. And there's a short that wins. See if that was tradable. 37, 14 seconds. And has a wick up as well. So I would say that one's definitely tradable. Picking up targets. So that's a second solid winner. And I would definitely be done on the morning with that. So everything is finished positive, looks like, except for the pound Aussie. Just a, let's see, that's interesting. Did I turn that one off? Oh, yeah, I did turn that off, I think. Yep, that should be on. There we go. That's short on the pound Aussie. Yeah, I missed that one at this point. Watching other things at the moment. Having a little trouble getting down through the session low. Penetrated but bounced off. Hasn't still got a chance to get in sync if you didn't get in. And now it's gone through money management, so it comes off if you didn't get in. But that will be, and it's hit target one, so that'll be a one and done session. Whenever the trade ends, this is our second trade on the unleaded catapult 20 tick range bar. 17-second bar with a little bit of a down wick. Maybe you had a chance to get in, maybe not, but solid win. And yeah, nice big win. Trails up to 36.84 from the entry at 35.87. So that 97 ticks on the trailer. And that would be one that I would take to the bank and not expose myself to additional market swings. Target 3 on that was worth 38, and 97 on the trailer would be 135 ticks. That would be a nice. And now the pound Aussie gets active, getting 2 pips on the trailer, along with 15 on target 1. And that is done. Nine seconds would be likely to be problematic on the unleaded if you wanted to take that short. 14 seconds, but looks like he opened up and went through the entry pretty rapidly. Not a whole lot. Yeah, plenty to get you positive on that one. And last of all, the Micro ES. Do we have a trade? 9:35 session. And that long trade goes too far too fast. And we have no trades between 8:35 Central, which is exchange time, and 9 o'clock, 9:35 to 10 on my charts, because I'm in the Eastern time zone, and Ninja won't let me set different set times based on individual charts based on exchange time. So no trade in that mini session. It'll be 10:30 before we get anything else new. And we're in the 10 a.m. crude session. And yeah, and I missed the trade there, it looks like. Okay, the short. Okay, the long actually did get in. Well, the long did get in sync, because you had both the long and the short valid there. The long triggered and got in sync right on, or probably actually triggered right after our start time. And unfortunately, that was a full stop out. And we get, let's see, how much of a stop out? Was a 18 tick, so 36 tick loss on the long. Subsequent short gave us 20 and 32 ticks on targets, or 20 ticks to target 1. And it looks like 94 to 92, so 6 ticks. We got 26. So we're down 10. And the third trade of the morning, the long gets us 21 to target 1, and a few on the trailing second position. Didn't ever get to target 2, but that's POQ in 3 trades and positive. And there we go, getting through all our charts again. Jacko, go into. Oh, that's never mind. That's on the Trade Hacking Club. So, any questions this morning? The next mini session that we could look at is the 930 micro ES. That's a 5-minute chart and doesn't usually go very far very fast. Now it can move a lot in 5 minutes, but you're waiting 5 minutes for every bar. Looks like the market's being pretty active this morning. The pound Aussie at session lows, or just off session lows. And the micro crude well, that was the micro crude we looked at. Let's take a look at what the full crude did at 10 o'clock. Micro crude took 3 trades to get positive. And the full crude looks like it stopped and reversed to short entry, long entry at 16, got in sync with it, and then our short would have been at 111.02. And that actually is a major key level. It'd be 101.02, so that would adjust to 199, which probably, yeah, that adjusts to the full stop out, and that also gets us down below the moving averages. But what that does, money management goes to 89, and target 2 becomes the first actionable target. So we end up stopping out at 02, or 01 rather. 01 or 03, depending on whether or not you adjust around the 200. So it's a money management trade that actually loses a little bit of ground. And trade number 3 is a short that stops and reverse. That's a stock going to be a stop and reverse exit, ultimately getting just target 1. So full crude having a tough time. That's actually a losing session on the full crude contract. And I said that would be 34 ticks lost on the first trade. 4 yeah, I'd say 4 ticks or 4 ticks lost on the second trade. So you're down 38 and you pick up 21 on target 1. That's going to be, well, no, you're not going to pick up anything. It's 3 losses. So full crude not having a good morning. Micro crude did get positive. All right, folks. Nobody's chiming in with questions. So I am going to let everybody get on with their day. And we will see everybody tomorrow. I'll be in the regular session tomorrow morning. Troy will be back on Wednesday for regular morning session and the crude oil inventory report. And I will see you on Thursday. Please note the room will be dark on Tuesday and Thursday next week. I'm going to be tied up myself. So I'll give you 2 days to concentrate on your trading. Next 2 additional days to concentrate on your trading next week. And we'll see everybody tomorrow. Have a good one, everyone.